The dashing leading man in Bros is an unapologetic gay power bottom or verse bottom. This is a spoiler free review. Hey y'all, welcome to Wilson Peak Reviews. I'm Wilson Peak and I review mostly LGBTQIA plus movies and series. Bros was directed by Nicholas Stoller, who has directed some of the best comedies of recent years. Neighbors, Neighbors 2, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and Get Him to the Greek, which may be my favorite, or Neighbors 2. Bros was co-written by Stoller and Billy Eichner, who also stars. Eichner is known for Billy on the Street and his series Difficult People and as the voice of Timon in The Lion King. Bros was produced by Judd Apatow, who made The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, and Trainwreck. Apatow has created breakthroughs for Steve Carell, Amy Schumer, Pete Davidson, Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, Kristen Wiig, and now, hopefully, Billy Eichner. In Bros, Billy Eichner plays a version of himself, a successful podcaster who prides himself on being single. He chooses Grindr over dating apps and thinks marriage, couples, thruples, and shirtless party boys are all ridiculous. That is until he falls in love at first sight with a shirtless party boy, Luke Macfarlane's Aaron. In addition to the love story, Billy is also raising money and preparing to open an LGBTQIA plus history museum. The museum board is made up of a variety of queer people, a butch lesbian, a bisexual bully, a black trans woman, and a non-binary person, which makes Bros the largest queer cast Hollywood has ever assembled. Although I do believe the film version of Oklahoma must have more homosexuals. First and foremost, go see Bros to support movies that tell our stories and don't kill us. Bros has some super funny, some very romantic moments, and unlike the dreadful Uncoupled, where Neil Patrick Harris tries out Grindr for the very first time and is scared of big penises, Bros embraces big penises and gay sex. So kudos to Billy Eichner. On the whole, I absolutely adored Bros, and if I'd seen Bros without all the pressure of it being the first wide-release gay romantic comedy ever, I may have adored it more. Bros is at times hilarious. Definitely see it in the theater. Bros does not shy away from gay sex or group sex, unlike the Neil Patrick Harris romantic comedy. I honestly could not believe how much group sex and open relationships play a part of their burgeoning romance. It was awesome. Group sex and open relationships are issues that members of the LGBTQIA+ grapple with. If only all of the characters had been as uniquely drawn as Billy Eichner's. Billy Eichner is very funny. He tones down his mania, thankfully, to a large degree. He's pretty excellent. His character is definitely an original human being, which brings me to all the other characters who haven't been as uniquely drawn. Luke Macfarlane does a great job as his love interest, and he has some very funny and adorable moments, but their romance just never feels like they were destined. Luke Macfarlane's character is a little too dreamy, and Billy is too bitchy. You'd need some quirk or kink to allow yourself to be pulled into Billy's bitchy gay tractor beam. The happy ending felt preordained, but their romance didn't. I definitely checked back in 3 months. Don't get me wrong, I definitely left the theater happy. Happy that a power bottom found happiness on the big screen. And I'm going to see Bros again in the theater. I've been waiting a very long time for a legitimate gay romantic comedy on the big screen. I just wish they had tried harder than a copy of a 90s Meg Ryan romantic comedy plot structure. In terms of the supporting cast, Guy Branum as Billy's best friend is hilarious. Deborah Messing delivers, and it's also amazing to see Simone, Harvey Fierstein, Bowen Yang, Miss Lawrence, T.S. Madison, Jim Rash, Eve Lindley, and Dot Marie Jones on the big screen, but their parts felt a little bit like sketch comedy, and that's where Bros falls flat for me. I didn't leave with that fuzzy romantic feeling because aside from Billy Eichner's Bobby, the characters aren't unique. His love interest, to no fault of Luke Macfarlane, felt like a placeholder. For example, in Annie Hall, Diane Keaton and Woody Allen are equally matched at comedy. And I'm just wondering why they didn't do that here. Luke Macfarlane is not a known comedian. Annie Hall was not designed to be a huge smash hit. It became one because the lead characters were unique and equally matched comedians. And why does Billy Eichner pretend he's out of shape? He's not. But in the script, that's the most glaring difference between these two characters. One works out, one doesn't. I don't think they ever answered the question, who is Aaron? That's Luke Macfarlane's character. They just expected Luke Macfarlane to bring it, like the comedians before him. In Trainwreck, you had Amy Schumer and Billy Hader. In Get Him to the Greek, you had Jonah Hill and Russell Brand. Two character romantic comedies require equally strong love interests. I also wish less homage had been paid to the Meg Ryan universe. You've Got Mail, When Harry Met Sally, and Sleepless in Seattle. Because the film feels dated when it references 30-year-old movies. A lot of people don't relate. In addition, the score by Mark Shaman, who wrote the scores for all of those movies, gives Bros a similar score, which just sounded dated to me. And then Billy Eichner performs a country song he wrote. It feels totally out of place. I don't understand. Yes, the joke about Garth Brooks being a gay icon, it didn't land. Billy, he's a very good singer, but couldn't he have shown us that on a talk show? His character in Bros doesn't seem like he would also be a singer-songwriter in addition to being a bitchy podcaster. At the end of the day, I give Bros 4 stars because it's about time that an unapologetic gay power bottom searched for romance on the big screen. All right, y'all. Until next time, always remember, living well is the best revenge.